everybody, it's Christine and welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do my weekly wrap-up. Thank you all so much for the well wishes about the doctor's appointment. Just to clarify, my doctor that I'm going to see tomorrow already approves the back getting fixed. It's to get the papers in to get into the specialist to see if he can fix my back. Hopefully he can. I've heard of some people having the same injury and getting it fixed, and then some other people not. So we'll see. And yes, I'll keep you posted. Started off the week finishing Lost Treasure of the Emerald Isle, Geronimo Stilton. It is book 1 in the series. My son alternated reading it. He read part, I read part. And he loved it. I think I gave it a 4. The part that had, they find a treasure map and they go on this treasure search with him, his cousin Trap, and his sister Tia. And it's a funny, wild ride. And my son loved the fact that nobody ever called him Geronimo. It was Jerrykins or Jerry, and he always got mad. And my son loved that part of it. So, yeah, it was a cute series. He wants to keep reading it. And then I finally finished, it took me a while, to finish Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, book 2 in the Infernal Devices series. I really did like it, but I didn't quite get into it until about halfway through, because I was really getting ticked off with the love triangle. Normally love triangles don't bother me, but this one was just back and forth and back and forth, and it drove me nuts. So I ended up giving it a 4 because it did pick up, and I love the little discoveries, I guess you would say, but that's all I'm going to say about it. So currently reading, because I didn't really read all that much, my son wanted something Christmassy, and he wanted Geronimo Stilton, so we're actually reading book 12 right now, and that's Merry Christmas Geronimo. Yeah, I know you can't see it very well, but we're reading it on the my tablet, and it's reading online. It's not through Overdrive. It is, but it's not. So it was easier just to get it on the phone. And because I'm charging it, I can't pull it any closer. But yeah, it's just at Christmas time, a whole bunch of debacles happen. And of course, Geronimo is still getting called Jerry and Jerrykins and all this other stuff. But yeah, it's Christmas Eve, and he's trying to get everything ready for his party that night, and calamity after calamity happens. So he loves it. And then of course we're doing our hashtag on the Booktube shelf read for December, and that is Christmas in Paris by Anita Hughes. And I read the first 5 chapters in 2 hours. I really liked it. As you can see, I've got a couple of little things. And one of them was a quote. You can't marry someone unless the thought of being apart makes your heart pound. I love that. The only thing I didn't like is she wanted, well, I'll say more in my wrap up or my update tomorrow, but she kind of wants things both ways, and it doesn't work that way. But yeah, she calls off her wedding, goes on the honeymoon, and she meets up with a guy who's also had his wedding called off, and he's on his honeymoon, and they kind of meet in a funny way, and so now they're kind of getting to know each other. But I'll say more in the wrap up, which will be filmed after this, so I'll be in the same stuff. And yeah, but it'll be posted tomorrow. And the other book I started last night, and I only read for like an hour or so, and oh, I love this. And that's J.D. Robb, Naked in Death. Yeah, futuristic crime thriller. I love it. I love futuristic. There's something about it. Like, one of my favorite historical romance books is futuristic. And I know it's not historical. I consider it historical. in this sense, because a lot of the technology is gone, I think, but it's by my favorite historical author. Historical romance author, which is Joanna Lindsay, and it's her Lice and Terror futuristic romance. But anyways, a woman gets killed. In this time, I don't want to say streetwalkers or prostitutes is legalized, and the woman that gets killed is a very high-priced prostitute living in the area where prostitutes are, and the fact that she's a senator's granddaughter makes this a high priority case, and she has to do it all alone, and it's really, really interesting so far. I really do like it. I know I'm not giving a great description of it, but that's pretty much all that's happened so far. There's not a lot to go by. You can't really figure out who's doing it because the security cameras have been rigged. So, yeah, I'm definitely loving that already. And I didn't even get anything ready for what I was going to read next week, or this week, which will be that and those. Okay, I might pick these up. We have to go to the library tomorrow. So if they don't have to go back, I'm going to pick up 1 or 2 or 3 of these, which is Full Moon by Jim Butcher, and it's book 2 in the Dresden Files books. I really liked these 2. D is for Deadbeat by Sue Grafton, and it's the Kinsey Milhone series, book 4. Sorry. I think this is book 3. Zombie City by Darren Shan, and it continues on following, is it M or B? B. And book 2 in the Stephanie Plum series, and that's 2 for the Dough by Janet Ivanovich. So I might pick up those 4 after I finish Naked in Death, because I foresee myself reading that one very quickly. And I think that is it for this week. We are slowly getting our decorations up for Christmas. Yeah, I think that's it. We're trying to convince my husband to put the tree up sooner, but he likes to put it up a week before Christmas, and we want it up now. So we'll see how that goes. Let me know what you guys are reading this week. If you've read anything interesting. I don't tend to read a whole lot of Christmas stuff, but I might try and find some at the library. We'll see. I have a few Christmas books, but I'm more of a Halloween thriller type person. Hope everybody has an awesome week. Bye.